So, one of the things that I learned this week from watching the vidIQ webcast that they do is do micro cliffhangers throughout your video. So keep the excitement going through the end of the video to keep people engaged. Stay to the end. I'm going to talk about some of the new tools that I've been using. Next thing is make sure that you add your videos to playlists. Add your shorts to a short playlist, and as well as a playlist that you have that's created specifically for that content. In addition, I use my shorts as kind of previews for my long form videos. So there's that. The next thing I do want to talk about is SEO scams. I was targeted several times this week by people emailing me and sending me messages on Facebook and sending me messages, in Instagram and TikTok saying, hey, you've got some great content. I'd like to help you with your SEO, and I'll charge you $7 or $10 per video, and I'll publicize you in my paid advertising group. And I'm like, is this a scam? This feels like a scam, right? So I sent it into my vidIQ group, and they confirmed that those are scams. So if you get targeted by those SEO groups, don't fall for it. It's a scam. So something else that I learned this week is adding thumbnails to your shorts. Normally it looks like you can't add a thumbnail to a short. When you upload your video to YouTube, it tells you that unfortunately you can't add thumbnails at this time. However, I have TubeBuddy, and it allows you to create thumbnail for your short. So really cool. Be sure that when you create those thumbnails, that you create it the same way that you would normally create it for your long form video, that same dimensions. Otherwise, if you try to make it 9:18, then it will stretch that image out. So make it the full length that you normally would for your long form, and you could use that as your thumbnail. Just keep in mind that people are only going to see that 9:16 part, that center part that they normally would in a short. So just black out the rest. So that's been pretty successful for me. I got a ton of views for my shorts that I created this week that I did put that thumbnail on. I had one that I didn't put the thumbnail on, and it didn't perform nearly as well. So thumbnails for shorts, again, TubeBuddy. I'll put the link down below, and great tool. In addition to vidIQ is still my preferred tool for the analytics piece, but TubeBuddy does a good job to be able to let you add those thumbnails, and as a kind of an extra check to make sure that you've not missed any keywords or long tail keywords. So last week I had a question asking about what tools I use. So I'm going to walk through some of the tools that I use before we let's jump into my stats. So stats for this week. The last 7 days compared to the previous 7 days, my views are down quite a bit, 33% over the previous 7 days. So I'm at 2.1k views. I had some shorts last week that really hit and really spiked my views. This week I had some shorts that did as well, but not nearly as many. I only did a couple of shorts as opposed to last week where I had a video that was pretty long that I cut up into 5 sections, and each of those 5 did really well. So, and that was my imposter syndrome video. If you haven't watched that, take a look. It's imposter syndrome for tech, but it really applies to anybody. All right. So my watch time hours is 17.9, which is on par with what it was the previous 7 days. Again, that includes my shorts, so really doesn't count fully for my monetization, but still continuing to grow. The exciting piece, though, is I had 17 new subscribers. So, I mean, I went to bed one night, had 36 subscribers, woke up the next morning and had 50. It was awesome. So super exciting. I'm at 52 subscribers now. Not had any new subscribers today, but I did have 4 yesterday. So really excited about that growth. I know it probably sounds small to a lot of you, but it's probably the most movement I've had since I first started my channel. and these are all going to be people that I don't know. So these are all brand new people. So for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. I'm super excited to have every one of you. I look forward to interacting with you. I think I'm going to start doing some kind of live office hour type things once a week where I jump on for an hour and answer SQL questions and data engineering questions, maybe some Python questions, and even analytics questions. We could talk about Power BI and Tableau as well. I've also worked with small companies before, helping them manage their data and identify how to manage their data before they're ready to actually launch into a larger analytics program. So even if you're a small business, there's definitely stuff that you could learn. There's plenty of free tools out there that you could start managing your data with. All right, so that's my analytics. Let's talk really quickly about some of my tools that I use. So first thing I want to talk about is Clipchamp. It's free to start out with. It's a Microsoft product. You could get it from the Microsoft Store. I use Clipchamp. I really like the extra media that is available in Clipchamp. There's a lot there. I do pay for the premium, which I think I had like a coupon. I'd initially was doing the trial and waited till towards the end of the trial, and I got a coupon for like 20% off. So do that as well if that's something that you're interested in. Really like Clipchamp for that. Really like Clipchamp for some of the animated transitions that it has. I use one of them towards the end of my videos. It's just neat. So Clipchamp, really cool. It's like $9 a month if you want to do the premium. Really what you're getting from the premium is some of the extra media, but it does have a pretty robust media collection just as part of the free version as well. The next thing I want to talk about is Camtasia. So Camtasia is a TechSmith product. It's really great at video editing. I really enjoy it for the actual video editing. I pay extra for the Audiate because the Audiate allows you to edit your videos by text instead of having to click through all the video and cut it all out. So you could actually just delete the words. All of your dead air in between things just show up as an ellipsis, and so you could delete those ellipses and those ellipses. What is the plural of ellipsis? If you know what the plural of ellipsis is, put it down below. So really like Audiate for the editing piece. Really has sped up my editing. I mean, I was spending a lot of time on editing because I was learning and because I was trying to make it as good as I could make it. But Audiate really speeds up that process. Does a good job of cutting out the ums and the uhs, and I could easily go through and identify all of my so's. I use so much. It does a good job of that. Like Audiate and Camtasia, again, both from a company called TechSmith. You could get them as a package. It's, I want to say $250 for the year, so it's not cheap. But again, link down below. In addition, Camtasia does a great job of background removal, and Clipchamp does not do background removal for the videos, only for still images. So I needed Camtasia for that piece as well. In addition, the Audiate does a good job of background noise removal. So if you have a fan noise or washing machine noise, and you want to cut out some of that background noise, then the Audiate does a good job of getting rid of that background noise. So that's Camtasia. You hear me talk about vidIQ all the time. Love vidIQ. It does, again, a great job of kind of giving me a score of how well it thinks that I did on my thumbnails, how well it thinks that it did on my titles, gives me feedback on what my keywords should be. It's got, if you do the advanced piece, I do have an affiliate link for that down below. So just keep in mind, some of these links are affiliate links, and if you use them, you'll support my channel, but you don't pay extra if you use the affiliate link. It just helps them to track kind of who directed them to the site, and I get a little bit of a kickback from it, so that's cool. But love vidIQ. It has, if you do the advanced subscription, it has an advanced chat where you could ask it questions about what it thinks some of your future videos should be about. You could ask it to do an audit. You could ask it to audit your channel, and it'll give you feedback on which types of videos do well, which types don't do well, how long your videos should be, things like that. So it's really cool. There's a ton of tools within vidIQ. When you go into YouTube, download the Chrome extension, and it will give you a bunch of stats on other people's stuff. So you could do things like you could search for maybe a video title of what you want to create next, and it'll give you a score of kind of how much competition is out there, as well as how much traffic there is for that search term. So really cool tool. Love vidIQ. I love all these tools that I'm talking about. I wouldn't talk about them and share them with you if I didn't love them. I also mentioned that I do have TubeBuddy as well. It's okay. It's cool. I don't do the paid piece for that simply because I do have vidIQ, but it's a good addition. Gives me some extra keywords that vidIQ doesn't, that especially for long tail keywords. If you don't know what a long tail keyword is, it's kind of the longer phrases that you might use for keywords that people might be searching for. Helps you with the SEO piece, as far as if somebody does put that longer search term in there, you'll probably rank a little bit higher because your competition may not have those longer search terms as part of their SEO piece. So helps with that. In addition, it does allow you to add the thumbnails onto your shorts. So really cool there. Every now and again, vidIQ will catch it and you'll be able to add the thumbnail onto the short, but it doesn't all the time, and I haven't identified what that factor is as far as when it does and when it doesn't. So TubeBuddy, again, link down below. Super cool. Not as cool as vidIQ. Again, vidIQ is probably my favorite of my tools that I use. So the other thing is ChatGPT. You could go to chatgpt.com. I used it this week in a video that I have scheduled to release later this week as part of my training on how to use AI in order to do some of your SQL practice. So you could use it for a lot of different things. It's cool, again, to create data sets so that I could use those data sets in my SQL tutorials. It's cool to say, hey, give me an example script of what my video might sound like, and it'll write a lot of it out for you. And again, these AI tools are not perfect, but they'll do a lot of the kind of the menial work for you. So it'll give you a lot of the verbiage, a lot of the wording, and you could go through and make it your own, switch things around. ChatGPT, for example, always starts out with, hi, this is Chris Gamble, this is my channel, blah, blah, blah. And again, one of the things that I learned last week was to make sure that you move that hook up front. So, and it's been pretty successful for me. I definitely have gotten more traction on my long form videos this week than I had previous weeks. So ChatGPT, I like ChatGPT for programming as well. Honestly, it's good to kind of get some feedback on, hey, this is my code. Is there a way to make it more efficient? And it goes out and searches. Again, not a perfect tool. Sometimes it comes up with a good suggestion. Sometimes it doesn't. Honestly, I'd place it no better than bouncing things against another senior data engineer. So use it for what it is. It's not going to replace anybody's jobs anytime soon, but it is cool, and it is a tool, and it's a little bit quicker than Googling and going to 5 different websites and to try to find your answer. So ChatGPT. I have some other tools that I use as far as my data engineering stuff. Notepad++ is great for programming in any language, just a basic text editor. VS Code, Visual Studio Code, is a great text editor that you can use and actually run like your Python scripts, and so that it's great. I use Azure Data Studio to connect to my SQL servers, both on-prem and in the cloud. So personally, I have a on-prem local SQL server on my computer, as well as a Azure Synapse SQL server. SQL database, so that I can show both of those different aspects within my trainings. And those are the big things. I will say that I was using PowerPoint at first for my thumbnails, and have started using Camtasia and or Clipchamp, depending on which one that I can find has the better applicable images for me to use for my thumbnails. Oh, there is one more AI tool that I use. Again, it's really cool. It's called GenCraft. So, and I'll show some images of these as I'm going to put in some images of these as I'm talking about them. But GenCraft is a image creator, so it's really cool. I've used it for some of my thumbnails and some of the images that I put in my videos, and it's neat. It does a good job of creating some really high def images that look really realistic, or you can make them look really animated, just depending on what you need. So it's really cool. Check it out. You could get 15 downloads. I think it's 10 or 15 for free. After that, I think it's like $9 a month for unlimited. So those are all my tools. Those are my stats for the week. I really enjoy this interaction that I have with the other creators as well that are also on this journey. So please put your comments below. I think it's a great community of new creators that are out there, that I've developed this interaction with some of the other creators that are also on this journey. And I do go out and watch their videos and make comments on their videos as well every week. I really enjoy getting to see what they're up to and how well they've done. So cheer everybody on. It's a journey. It's a journey. Everybody's journey is different. And again, I'm Chris Gamble, Gamble Data Engineering. If you enjoyed this, if you learned something, click like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.